I woke up expecting to scroll TikTok like I usually do. And instead, I got error messages, frozen screens, and a whole lot of confusion. If you tried logging into TikTok on January 25th and thought you were banned, hacked, or cursed by the algorithm, trust me, you were not alone. TikTok didn't just glitch. It broke, and it happened just days after one of the biggest ownership changes in tech history. So today, I want to break down what actually happened, why it matters, and what this could mean for TikTok users going forward. Early Sunday morning, around 4 a.m., TikTok users across the United States started reporting serious problems. People couldn't log in. Feeds wouldn't refresh. Videos kept repeating. Reposts failed. Some users said their For You page felt completely off, like the algorithm forgot who they were. At its peak, over 36,000 outage reports flooded Down Detector. And even hours later, thousands of users were still dealing with problems. Naturally, everyone asked the same question. Is TikTok down? Or is TikTok broken? Here's where things get interesting. It wasn't only the TikTok app acting up. Some users couldn't access TikTok's help center. Others couldn't open the new terms of service. Even TikTok's legal pages showed error messages like, "Something went wrong. Try again later." So this wasn't just a small glitch. It looked more like a system-wide issue. And the timing? That's what made people suspicious. Just 3 days earlier, on January 22nd, TikTok finalized a massive deal to avoid being banned in the United States. Here's the short version. TikTok is now a majority American-owned joint venture. American and global investors, including Oracle, MGX, and Silver Lake, now control about 80% of TikTok's U.S. operations. ByteDance, TikTok's original Chinese parent company, now owns just under 20%. A new U.S.-focused entity was created. A new board was formed. And a new CEO was appointed for American operations. This deal was meant to solve years of national security concerns. But clearly, the transition wasn't seamless. TikTok hasn't officially confirmed the cause of the outage. But let's be honest, it's hard to ignore the coincidence. Think about it. New ownership, new corporate structure, new terms of service, data systems shifting, algorithms being retrained, U.S. infrastructure separating from ByteDance. That's a massive technical operation. Experts say TikTok's recommendation algorithm, the secret sauce behind the For You page, is now being licensed from ByteDance and retrained using U.S. user data. And when you mess with an algorithm that complex, things can go wrong. TikTok quietly updated its terms of service and privacy policy on January 22nd. Some key changes include stronger enforcement of age limits, expanded advertising targeting, location tracking, if users give permission, confirmation that some U.S. data will still interact with TikTok's global systems. That last part raised eyebrows. Because even though TikTok is now mostly American-owned, some lawmakers are asking, does China still influence the algorithm? Is U.S. user data really secure? And Congress has already said they're watching this closely. Some U.S. lawmakers welcomed the deal. Others were skeptical. One congressman warned that China must not be allowed to weaponize an app used by millions of Americans. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump publicly celebrated the deal, calling it a beautiful conclusion and claiming credit for saving TikTok. So yes, this outage happened at a moment when TikTok was already under a microscope. Of course, the internet did what it always does. Memes flooded X, formerly Twitter. One user joked, "Now I actually have to pay attention to my TV." Another said, "TikTok down during a winter storm? Wrong timing." People joked about being forced into real life. Others panicked, thinking they'd been banned. And honestly, that reaction alone shows just how deeply TikTok is woven into daily life. As of now, TikTok appears to be mostly restored. But questions remain. Will the algorithm feel different? Will creators see changes in reach? Will global content discovery shift? Will this new structure actually protect user data? Even analysts admit, any noticeable change risks alienating users. And TikTok knows that. Because if there's one thing TikTok can't afford to break again, it's trust. This wasn't just an outage. It was a reminder. A reminder that TikTok isn't just an app. It's a global platform caught between politics, technology, culture, and power. The app may be back, but TikTok's future in the US is still being written in real time. And the next chapter? We're all part of it. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share your experience in the comments. Did TikTok glitch for you? Did your feed feel different? Let's talk.